Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Apostle Alfred Uyinosa, the man wey dey talk am as e be, dey with Edo State Security Network. Enjoy the video.
By that, it means immediately after the meeting, we'll be communicating, or before the closing hour, we'll be informing you how the shift will look like, the areas you force within. Then again, we are still going to look at the numbers of OC he has. Why he was appointing OCs, we know it's a call to serve. So most of our leaders accept in a good faith due to the pains they have for the state. Assist us with a capable hand from his end, so that it will be officially presented to our OC operation for much effectiveness. So we know that, there are times when a captain asks a brigadier to do some assignment, there's a way we feel. These are some of the lapses we have been observing. Today, stand position to correct some of this area. See, this exercise, we are one. And I've always commended everybody for using the one mind in carrying out this exercise all this while. Because the success you have recorded cannot be overemphasized. The success you have recorded within the 3 months of operation has get to show that when the former IG said we need to work with the local vigilantes, which our state governor have modified today to the state security network. So by that, we will also ensure that the monitoring of those exercises will be adequately taken care of. Then in terms of our welfare, the leaders will be meeting to work directly with the government on how our welfare will be well taken care of. We still re-emphasize again, no matter how it is, the odds we have been facing for some time, let us still have it. I believe we are on a probation. A probation, when you are employed in any services, even in the security outfit, sometimes you have 6 months of probation. Your salary will not be paid, your allowance will not be given, but at the end of 6-9 months, these things will just come easily. We know the governor, in his own wisdom, have a good intention, and he will always do it right. So let us not be afraid of that. We are aware of logistics on the way, in terms of vehicle and other materials, so let us not be afraid. Let's intensify the operation so that we can get it right. A large number of the society today, they are applauding your efforts based on the fact that Benin City today, they can sleep with 2 eyes closed. So I think that is a plus to you. So we will create a little time for information from various ends. While we wait a little for our coordinator to walk in, then we'll just go straight to the other side of it. While we are waiting for him, in terms of administrative building, that one is fast on the hand, so that between now and next week, we would have settled that. Within this week, we would have settled that. Next week, this meeting, you will be holding it in your administrative center. We will not wait for the government alone. If we have waited for all these years, the work we have been doing, nobody would have done it for us. So we'll still continue in good faith. And so long the outfit is concerned, the government have a way to gazette it. While we are waiting for government, we should also have a rethink on how the possible way to also formalize it in line with the Constitution. Every outfit here is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, so that makes it joint. That is the upon the certificate which we are operating. Don't be afraid. You are within the confines of the law. You are not outside the confines of the law. Thank you. I think you would have waited so that. Okay?
What is it?
No, leave protocol. Morning, sir.
My fellow stakeholders and commanders. I actually want, my name's Dr. Samson O. Ifidon, representing Save Homeland. I actually want to appreciate the efforts of every one of us. In your little way, you have contributed that mounted to the huge success that is being recorded. And even our people in diaspora are commending our efforts. Other security agencies are commending our efforts. This wouldn't have been if not your selfless services that you have been given to make Edo State a peaceful place for habitation. It's not even enough, words are not enough to express my heartfelt gratitude to our leaders, especially the men that are championing this cause in persons of Emmanuel Obo, the state coordinator, and Mr. Stanley Osayende, and Izobo, and the rest of them. There was a time I got to know that Stanley Osayende have not slept. Even the children have not seen him for the past 2 months, to the extent that one of them had to cry and the mother had to bring the child to the base here. The man has not been sleeping at home. The children have not been seeing him. He is always on ground. Izobo is always on ground. Even when he had sustained very serious injuries, he was on top. He was still moving. I actually want to beg every one of us. I actually want to appeal to every one of us that we have started very well. One thing is sure. If this zeal that we have at the beginning, we have it to the end, then the world and even our conscience will say to us, congratulations. That is the truth. To start a race is good, but how do you end it? Our ending it, we must redouble. Our ending it, we have to redouble our efforts so that we can achieve our goal. Yes, I'm aware that most of these security bodies or outfits or formations have been on ground for years, having these sacrificial services to the society. We are coming from New Benin, we are going to Oba Palace. We are now at Ring Road. We didn't faint while we were at Mission Road Junction. We should not faint when we are at Ring Road. I encourage every one of us. Even the people who we are saying that they are terrorists, they consider us to be terrorists to them. I'm just telling you the truth. I have been doing what is called social opinion sampling, and I discovered that even other security formations, they are relying on us, and they are applauding our efforts. So if people are relying on you, they are relying on you. The government is now wanting to rely on you. Even the traditional rulers, the community leaders are relying on you. Will you fail them? That is how I want to end my speech. Thank you.
It's a suggestion anyway. This is an issue of 2IC operation and OC operation. In other formation, they do 24 hours, sir. Okay, I said this issue of 2IC operation and OC operation in terms of the PTCOM. In other formation, sir, they do what we know as 24 hours service. So instead of 12 hours or 6 hours service, sir, it should be 12 hours. We'll work, the operation can work from this morning to tomorrow morning, while the 2IC will work from tomorrow morning to the other morning, sir. That's my suggestion, sir. Thank you, sir.
We are not in competition with other security agents. The reason why is this. They are constitutionally, we have a limit. Our activities mainly is to fight the crime. Our coming on board is born out of the insecurity within our states, the challenges within our environment. So therefore, while we are meeting with other security agencies, most especially conventional security agencies, we should address them properly. And this has to serve as a good point to appeal to our commanders while you are discharging your duties. Before the populace, encourage your men, your officers and men, to always see the reasons, the essence, to work with other security agencies. The idea of tomorrow we'll be hearing complaints that the police are in show with the state security network, the leaders will not take it from any end. Rather, the Nigerian Army or the Navy, or rather the Custom, what do they need from you is your introduction. Be polite while you are dealing with them. Also extend this to your men. I give a good example. A few days ago, the officers and men of New Benin Police Station, they met me on the way and they said, "Who are you?" I introduced myself. Even when I was with this tag, he said, "Park where?" I parked. "Come down." I came down. So he said, "Can I know you more?" I showed them my identity card. He said, "Further introduction." I said, "I'm the state admin. If you doubt me, can we now go inside the car so that you see some of the evidence, the documents are there?" He said, "Okay, you are free to go." I went quietly.
But whereas, if it happens to be some of our young men, they would have been irrational. He was an eyewitness. So please, let us be very, very polite while we are addressing our sisters agents, other security agencies. We are complementing their effort. So we are not to compete with them. There are some other activities that we need to take care of within this next week. Last 2 weeks, the CSO to the governor led a team towards Onwan River behind Udigi after Okoko environment. So the aftermath was Fulani herdsmen or bandits have decided to unleash mayhem on members of our community. So since then we have been discussing with indigenes from that area. I think we need to also assist them to protect these communities of ours. Even though I'm not from that environment, so long I'm from Edo State, and the community reside in Edo State. So it's part of our state. So we must do everything humanly possible to assist these communities in ensuring that they come back to their home. They can go to their farm freely. So within the week, we will also meet with the leaders so that we update them the readiness of the community, so that next week, whatever assistance we need to also give, we will also go and assist those of our brothers. Meanwhile, in terms of logistics and others, are already been put in place. While that is going on, we have had much about your efforts. Thank God those who threatened that between on the 1st and on the 3rd could not exercise their threats. The reason why is because they know you are out there to confront them. We no longer say it in a hidden place. Whether you are a henchman, you are a Fulani, a bandit, whichever group you belong to that is perpetuating evil, we are not hiding for you. We are waiting for you at any time, any day.
That's why they are calling
I must commend your effort again for those who witnessed what happened right in this ring road the very first day, that on the 1st. It was a drama. At that night, 3 Hilos and 1 Toyota Yaris came out from Akpakpava. And this Toyota Hilux is not the same design we see here in Edo State. And as God will have it, those of us who were on ground at the King Square were able to forestall them. With the level, we are able to barricade Ewase, which is forestry, then Akpakpava and the Oba Market Road. It was barricaded so that once you are entering the town, you cannot just have easy access to Oba Market Road. So it will take you to turn. And once you turn, it means you are not facing that airport road or this way. So it will be easier for us to monitor. So we accosted them. They told us they are security agents, their identity card and others. So we allowed them to move. In another 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, our protocol officer put on radio what he also witnessed. So others were now at large. That night, in fact, if you see the kind of driving they drove in this town, so we decided to call the authority, though their numbers could not connect. It was in the morning of it. Let me go back again. They came in after 12. They drove out of this place after 11 to 12. Then 1:30, they came back. They enter Saple Road. 3:30, they came back. They enter Sakomba Road. 4:30, they came back. The three healers drove from here, and only the Toyota Yaris now take towards Airport Road. The funniest thing about it was we tried to confirm from authority. None of them was aware of their movements. The following day, the mobile unit from State CID told us, if we can get them, please hold them. We want to know who they are. So this gets to tell us that most especially, why I'm saying this is, I'm emphasizing it, is the OC operation. To note that the base is a stronghold of this exercise. And that is the more reason we said it must be 24 hours operation. If, for instance, no men were on ground, they have come to mine the environment, what do you think would have happened to us? So it gets to show that this is how some of the explosives we are hearing in the north are taking place. They will come on a disguise, plant it, at the end of the day, the following morning, you see one Abokima will just come close to the area and detonate it. How did the bomb get to that place? Have you asked yourself? All those bombs you see that explode, when were they planted? It means this thing has been done at night. So while we are ever ready and be prepared, that is the more reason we said from this evening, every commanders, your operational areas, we are going to be going around to ensure that you are on ground. We want to make sure it's community to community. A good example, like we'll continue to say, is Sakomba Road. At Lisbon Gate by Igun Junction, there is a roadblock there from 10 o'clock. This night, come and see. Then before second junction area, there's a roadblock there. Then by second junction again, there's a roadblock. First junction, there's a roadblock. So you find between Sakomba Road, Ring Road and second junction, you have 3 roadblocks. No matter how hardened the criminal, he will have a second thought to himself. And they have recorded a lot of hoodlums and criminals due to this exercise. Please encourage us and encourage the state. So before we finally go out of that segment of it, our attentions have been drawn to so many impersonations, so many persons impersonating with various outfit uniform. A good example was when we saw a man that was lifeless at Uselu Environ. Well, we pasted it on a platform and nobody could identify him up to date. And he was wearing a vigilante uniform. So that was a good example for us to have learned a lesson. That is why the leaders, in collaboration with the state government, is not in a hurry to come up with the uniform. They want to have a specific design so that you cannot easily impersonate. Therefore, to various outfits who have been using their own, please ensure that it's well properly monitored. And again, to those who are selling these materials, we are placing restriction on it, except your outfit leaders who gave such order. If we find it outside, displaying it, you have no option. Whether you are OPC, you must interrogate the person. Find out who he is, let him call the OPC governor. If it's the governor that gave him right to start selling those materials there. If it's not, if you cannot handle the situation, call for backup so that we assist you. I think this will help to control. Then again, most of our men Once you come across any of other outfits, he should be able to introduce himself. We don't want to hear a situation we begin to embarrass ourselves. If it's VGN, please, can I know you better? Can you place the call to your boss? Let me talk to him. Either Toronto or Mr. Imafidon. So once you hear their voice, you should be able to recognize who they are. But most of these things we are talking about centered between both of them. Most of these uniform we are talking about. So please, while we the state are doing our own homework, please also assist us with your monitoring team to start going around, your commanders. If not, it will not only bring a bad name, but it will not help in some situation. Thank you very much for that, so that we can continue. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, I like speaking my language because I'll use little one. I'll beg all the OCs and all the commanders. We choose an OC for the work today somehow not stress to the operation. But I observe one thing, the OCs, they not share the body and they are on their own. It's not good to this body. I'll beg this. Then secondly, any commander that go to operation, before you go to the operation, pass your information. Because at the end of our story today, they will call few people to the government as, okay, give us your update of operation throughout the week. You will not see and say, A go give me O to CCID, B go give me O to area command, C go give me O to other places. At the end of the day, we no go see and gather. It cause one stress one day. This man, our state admin, almost use no less than 1 hour for call. Begin to call one commander. How many operations you carry go police? How many and these are not the system what we put for ground. Now lay here I go beg everybody, all the commander. You know me say yeah, somebody they rule you know. So that all this thing what they do together, we go fees they submit them once. Because all your operations supposed to go through my office. And the all reports to go through my office to the admin. Then the admin will not push it to the state coordinator. Then the state coordinator will have to push it to the leader. But today, we are taking it personal. Choosing an OC is to make sure the work go round. But today, they are separating it. And which is not too good for us. I don't get much to say. Because when we come to separation, some people are very good for separation. And when we start it, it will go a very long way. But together we stand, divided we fall. So this divided make we come out for our system. Make we try, by all means, make we come out and make we come back together. So that we'll fit move to the next level. I don't get much to say then. I beg, make the commander, make their report, they go to the appropriate place. Than separating it within yourself with personal interest. If we continue with personal interest, some people will gain it and some people will lose it. And we are all of us supposed to gain it together. So now only waiting I get to that. And for the uniform, I will still talk here. For any commander to go on operation, you see VGN, you say you don't know him. You see SSV, you say you don't know him. You see Area Bible, you say you don't know him. You see OPDA, you say you don't know him. I beg, Moku disease from that one. Because you get where you go reach. Anybody like me, if you do it to me 2, 3, 4 times, I'll tell my lawyer to write you. Now I'll tell you why I register my body under the CAC. It will come be personal. And this one not go good to everybody. So I beg, Moku try, Moku go with one unity. I'll let everything I need to talk put with this. God bless you all.
violence. Now, little advice and observation we bring out now I want to talk about. I am the Deputy Commander, Commandant Vigilante Group of Nigeria. That's Ali Sokoto faction. Where is the Commandant Vigilante Group of Nigeria, Yahoo faction. But in Edo State, we have decided to do things together. Why? Because of this uniform and so many things where they go on. May they not come put me and him for problem one day. And I so much thank my admin when you bring this matter come out. That VGN is a registered body, Vigilante Group of Nigeria. Now body of his own. Not be Ario Bible. At the end you can put VGN Honda. Or Balogman Vigilante. At the end you can put VGN Honda. You are impersonating. May I make a clear tone now? And you will enter here because you see one man they sell uniform inside motor. They write VGN. When they hear VGN, you know how VGN take come on board. VGN was founded 1983. Most of us we small that time, so they never even born son. And it was duly registered 1999. You don't know how long it take before the coffee register them. Then you tomorrow, yesterday you all come inside Ringo, you begin buy the polo, buy the face cap, buy everything. You don't know the commander, you don't know anybody. My plate number for my motor is VGN02. It's duly registered. 02. And they drive the pass, they go to Sakuba Road that day. I see people wear VGN, they carry gun. They don't know me. Me, I don't know them. The uniform they wear, now my plate number. They see them, but they don't know me, I don't know them. Me go think say na my oga go think say na my own. But today, we don't do meeting, we don't dey work together. So I beg, charity they say begins at home. If we are here to sanitize outside, we first sanitize ourselves. Stop impersonating your polo. If you be community vigilante, like Ikpobahana, I'm the head of vigilante Ikpobahana. And the local government can also give me an opportunity or give me a duty to coordinate other local government, other villages and community vigilante. Would they inaugurate them? How do I do it? We get form. What they give them is our way. If we don't screen do everything, I advise those people say, you say you are a community vigilante. Write that your community name. If it is Osayande community, write Osayande community vigilante. Write down for your district. And if you are having an ID card, your way or the head of that committee should sign because now they bring their council. After I don't do that one, if you want to join this, then we'll not pack on. Come here to measure up with the state security body. Because you as a community vigilante are not supposed to end there. You must come here so that everybody will know you. So that you also give us situation report here. Because here now is the offer and the omega, the equator, because we are dealing with the government direct. So I beg, more first sanitize ourselves. All those polo that they wear, more removal for body. If except you are a member of Vigilante Group of Nigeria, we have our different ID cards. We get ID cards. We have gone to a series of trainings here and beyond. And that body is not only for Edo, it's Nigeria as a whole. So that one aside. Then the second one, this movement of a team. Many of our commanders, they paid deaf ear to that movement of a team. Like yesterday, no, day before yesterday, at the upper. Many people know me say I've been an upper person. I saw a group of vigilantes from here carry this kind of thunder motor with one other motor. That one they blow siren. They go up and down They are around 7:30. Then they come back. Upper is not your jurisdiction. Anywhere will not be your jurisdiction. When you are going there, you must call the head.
Yes.
Where they there.
That's it. That's it.
If you don't know the head, quickly reach out to admin or the operation. Say, would they go up how? I beg, who be the head? They want call out so that may know say we dey on ground. So that may not come mix up because they say we dey use our vigilante dey the thief. People are saying it, we use our uniform to the thief. Now we dey pursue the thief. And the thief they call they wear our uniform too. Okay. May not come join together. Because if we dey on ground, people they call like that. You don't know that. You don't say that they call your domain. Anything can happen. For instance, even though first headquarters for Abuja, they call arrest for Benin here, they must call the commissioners. And when they are coming, they will bring that state CID headquarters. From there, if the area they go now Ugbekun, they will call Ugbekun DPO. And as they are going, they also branch Ugbekun division before they go where they go. If they don't know the area, Ugbekun DPO can give them some policemen to assist them. If we are there here, your jurisdiction Ego, and you get information from Ekpobaha, or maybe we apprehend suspect, you say, okay, they are corporate there, Ekpobaha. Please, you must try and reach out with the Ekpobaha commander. May not go turn to another problem. Yesterday, around 9, somebody called me at Jesus Christ Road. He's just a citizen, free citizen. He say people catch thief, and the thief come talk say in second man dey Jesus Christ Road. Those one you carry two motor, load them, load the one wey they catch. They all come, no vigilante among them, nothing. They just come Jesus Christ. What come bust that one? As they reach that side now, area boys say make they take. Wahala begin start. As he come, that's okay. Don't worry. Me I reach out to Ogbe because me dey Ogege. We quickly call Ogbe, may intervene. So make that kind of thing, because not be everybody get this security idea. Now they try to give everybody. Now, when you are going to any operation in the area that is not yours, please contact the Oga wey dey there. Abeg, thank you very much.
Please, let's see how we manage time. I think 2 minutes will be okay for each contributor. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning. And straight to the point, sir.
Good morning, I greet the house. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Like what
Your name, sir?
My name is Olufemi Fashino. I'm the OC commander of safety. The intention and everything what they are talking about here. So I just want to throw light into it. Like the last speaker. You see, your own is vigilante in vigilante group of Nigeria in Upper. I believe there is another vigilante in Upper. There is Area Bible, there is OPDA, there is OPC. So what will we do? You will let us have those people's number. Because we cannot just say it's only you. Because, for example, now we have an issue. We have operation going to in Upper. Maybe if they call your number, it will not go. So they might call OPDA, they might call OPC, they might still call the government vigilante, because me, I'm government vigilante from government house. Also, that is what I'm trying to say. Then, in the other hand, no OC is doing this work on his own. No OC is having self-interest. All we are doing here is to make sure that we get the goal. You understand? Like my own area now, I know the way I'm taking care of my area. But my own grievances is this, I will tell you people. I don't want somebody to be taking it as if I'm working with him. That's it. I must say the truth, because if I cannot say the truth and I see you tomorrow morning and playing with you, it means I'm a snake.
Okay, give us suggestion.
Suggestion is this. You told us that there's going to be a form. That form that will be submitting, that if we take any suspect to the station, there is a form. We will draw some form in the, after filling it, the policeman will sign, some will be with us. So if there is that kind of form, I beg that they should give it to all OC. So when I'm through with my operation, I can submit it with the admin. The admin, that's the secretary to the operation. That's one side. In the other side again, me, if I'm going for operation, I will not tell anybody this is the area I'm going for operation. It has happened to me once, twice, thrice. I told people that I'm going to so area. Getting to that place, I did not see one fly. I continue to wonder that how manage this thing happen. So, so if I'm going for, I didn't say I'm not accusing anybody, but if I'm going for any operation again, I might tell the admin or the operational head, I'm going to operation. Which location, I will let you know. I don't know whether you understand. I'm not saying that there, because by the time I say this we are going to, at the end of the day, I will not see the person again. The one we did with Testami Road Police Station, you were there now. The one we did with Testami Road, I called the DPO. The DPO gave me 10 men to the place, my brother. That place is a domain where you fish out all these bad ones. So to my greatest surprise, thank God you were there. We did not see one person. No, I know that one is police because I did not tell any of our vigilantes this is where we are going to. So please, sir, my own suggestion is this: nobody is disobeying anybody. As an OC, if you go to state CID, there is OC. Yes, the OC anti-cultist, OT anti-robbery, OC crack, OC this. So let us take it as division of labor so that we'll know what we are doing. Thank you very much.
I've already resolved now. I've already resolved now. I resolved now before.
Okay, now that it's within, let's briefly.
Good morning,
When
sirs.
you raise up your hand, quickly look at protocol.
Good morning, sirs. My name is Chief Egosa Petty. In addition to what my brother just said, for me, I'm not disobeying anybody. But if we want us to have a common goal, we must respect ourselves. Say respect is reciprocal. You cannot tell me to, if I want to do anything, I should come and report here to the operational head. Me, I will never do that over my dead body. Either I call the, I have a reason, sir.
Sorry, no, I know.
Yes.
That over my dead.
Yeah, I know what I mean, sir.
You will not die.
Okay, I return. If I have anything to do, either I call the state coordinator or I call the state admin. Say me, come and tell the operational head. I will not do that, sir. Because the reason is this. If somebody is feeling is the head of everything, want to bring somebody down, I cannot move with some person. I value this man. Why I value this man? He has my respect for me. I have his respect for him. I know you, sir. Although there was a you came to my beat in one church, when they invited you in one church, when I heard that you were there, I came. And I saw sitting there, I left. I told your man that I'm the commander in this area. That is respect. I cannot sit down as a chief because you're operational. You say, oh, boy. I cannot move with such person, sir. That is my grievances. Person like that, I cannot move with him. So cut me out for his side.
All right, so the state.
Please, can I quickly correct something? It is the most superior that gives compliments. Not everybody say Moins and Moins. I'm sorry about that. I'm an instructor. So when he comes in, there's supposed to be an alert. You say, stand still. Everybody stand still. And then when he comes in, the most superior here will now give the compliment. Moins, sir. Thank you very much.
Just tell us that you are taking 2 or 3 to close it.
My name's Godwin Ogidigbo. Starting on the existing protocols, I want to talk on the area of the Edo State Joint Community Vigilante Network cards that is going right now on distribution. I want to suggest that all commanders and other head of a department should take note that this card is still on distribution. It has not gone around the entire Edo State. Many persons have not achieved theirs. So I had a rumor and some challenges that when some wear this card and they meet others who does not have the card, they will say the person is not part of Edo State security network. They start challenging themselves. If they do that, I think that will result to serious war among themselves. The others is ready to fight back because he will tell you, I'm a vigilante officer and I'm well known in Edo State. For the fact that I have not obtained this card does not make me not a member. So may they get that one back of their mind. Say the card, they see the circulator. Even admin can attest to that they are still pretty more. Even for VGM, admin never even give us the real number where we need for VGM. They never cover them. So make una take that to heart. When you see somebody, the thing you should ask of, where is your ID card identifying you? Even though the person wear uniform is not a pathway. If you are not with uniform at all, but you are with ID card, you can from here go Abuja and come back. All security personnel will recognize you. But if you wear uniform without an ID card, you are impersonating. So just ask the person, where is your ID card? If the person cannot provide this ID card, then you can apprehend the person. Even though the person said that my ID card is at home, I forgot it in my car. Don't worry, just follow us to any nearby division. Your oga will come and identify you the next morning and you will leave without any problem. It is better that way. That is for that. Secondly, the issue of our platform. The way and manner we use our platform is more or less like a control room for now, since we have not have a mass that control our walkie-talkie. So that platform is more or less like walkie-talkie. If somebody offend us, several times we have seen that they started quarreling among themselves inside the platform without calling the individual person to ask him why or not. If somebody do something wrong and you know that it's not in accordance with the rules of the organization, if you love the person, call the person's private line. This thing where you do no good though. I've been a mistake you take do am. Now you and him just hear am. But if you just throw out for pass and say this thing you do no good, everybody, you don't disgrace the person to all other persons who are in that platform. So that shameness go make the person want to reply you. So make we use that also.
For the sake of next time, please be brief whenever you want to respond to questions. Or be brief when you want to command the question or you want to report issues. We don't have that time. Do you understand? We don't have that time. First of all, let me answer the first question about the card issue. We even discuss here that they are going to give to the commanders first. And now when the commander have, if he's going to operation, other will make a work with him with that card, depending where they have their own. You cannot send me to go and work without the commander not be with them. Do you get the point? We said it here. That is where it should be. But I would say that when you are doing something, we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful in the sense that even there are some people who don't even have personal ID card, we dictate them to work with people who have ID card. We have been doing it, two of us. Then there are some people who say to go and keep this or say place. Because okay, they are going there about 5. At least 2 persons who have gone. I mean, have to work with. All of them must not have. So sending somebody to go and keep a beat. I do not have a tag. And when you be accosted or ask questions, you are saying that challenge the person, they want war. Yes, you want war for not doing what is right. That is the truth. Let all of us say the truth. We should learn to do what is right. If they are commanders, let them come. If they are not commanders,
They say 7 o'clock, they will not be coming back to 10.
let them come.
No, you need to give
Don't worry. When they
If it's
come,
not a commander, he can stay back. If it's a commander,
if it's a commander, he can come and still a commander. We'll address them.
Commander go come, but make
Those that came late, they will pay for the shares. We rented this morning. They will pay. If they are commander, let them come. This is how you come and pay for the share. We cannot use my money for all this kind of rubbish. That is the truth. And for next time, Ogidigbo, let me address you personally. Next time, never you waste our time again. If you want to ask question, others will learn from this. Go straight. Go straight. Ask the question and let us rest. And even sometimes when you're on the media, I mean you're on our platform, you will talk and you're wasting my credit too. We are buying datas. Everybody knows you're Gidigbo. My name is so and so, rest rep. Not necessary. Let's go straight to the point. Others should learn from that. As an experienced officer, as you say you have gone ministerial training. Use experience to assist others. I always say it. You don't have experience, assist those who do not have experience, so we can move to the next level. Time will come, you're going to be general training for everybody. And don't expect everybody to be like you. Everybody cannot be like you. It's not possible. Even after passing through the training, everybody cannot still be like you. In school, not everybody get first class now. No. Not everybody get 2-1. And not everybody get 2-2. No. Even your own family. Is everybody your family? Is everybody are they like you? All of them. I'm asking you, Ogidigbo. Please, don't expect perfection from our people here. Do you understand? And don't expect everybody must be like you. But there must be standard. There must be what? Standard. Take note, I've answered your question. No. One, if at least want somebody have a card in their midst, come out for them, depending when they will have their own. Two, using the platform, that one I will query at me. I told me already, anybody that drop message on the platform that is not related to security matter, maybe dropping advert, drop your necessary message, or quarreling argument, delete the person. That is admin fault. That is not your fault. I know that it's not the people's fault. That platform, there are so many people there. If I take away, they don't believe your eye. Where all of us go there, we're going to misbehave. Do you understand? It's a meal. I'll query and straight. Thank you for that one.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll take correction to that. Before your arrival, there are issues we have decided to take. First, we have encouraged all the commanders to ensure that effect from this evening, there's going to be a monitoring team. Any of the beats that is not on ground, first, second, third query will replace that person. Then secondly, we have also effected the 24 hours operation to be on a routine between the OC operation and its 2IC, so that there will be a 24 hours operation. They have agreed starting from this evening. Then again, we have also agreed before your arrival that come Saturday 11 a.m., all vigilante stakeholders to get across to their members in Edo North. We'll be paying them a visit and pre-commission on that day, 11 a.m. Then again, we also agree that reports should be adequately passed through process. Even though I want to appeal on because it's on air to the information our brother passed, Chief Obodo. In line with operation, every procedure must be observed, irrespective of a personal issue. When you have issues, sir, then report to the appropriate quarter so that we look into the exercise. Whatever has happened within this period, please forgive and forget. Let's continue with one mind so that we will arrive at the same time. Because the common enemy, like the state coordinator will always say, is the crime. Is the crime. So whatever has happened, let us know so that the leaders will look into that area. So to all other commanders, your report from today, because we have sent the information out before now, collect the write-up, the handing over note from our brother, Mr. Ogbemudia, once he's on ground. Collect it from him. Any operation you have gone to, he stated there clearly. Tabulate it. The numbers of suspects, the exhibits recorded, while you are handing over to whichever police station or division or headquarters you take them to. Then they sign receipt for you. A copy of that information, pass it back to the OC operation so that OC operation in turn cannot pass it back to the admin for further follow-up. So that is that. So we want to appeal to those who are watching us online that that it was not just intentional for a statement, but due to some circumstance we experienced in a few time ago. So it's not a clash of interest. So we are appealing to whoever may have had that from now on, that one will be corrected, and it has been corrected. Thank you very much. Then again, we have also agreed that there's going to be a little changes, a modification in terms of our operations, because the OC operation and its 2 ICs, if we decide to congest the operations on them, it will weigh them much more, because moving from one end to another, like most people have always reported, we need to have somebody who is anchoring the commanders in that axis. So as based on the leaderships we have here, so we want to appeal to you in terms of from 3rd Junction, Upper Sakomba, down to Idogbo and environ for now. Our brother Festus Balogban will be assisting us to manage those areas. All the commanders there, please help us. Help us while you are moving across board. Then get across to Festus Balogban so that in turn he will be aware you are moving into the area. You are not, your moving is not illegal. Then even when you are within, then any of the commanders, most of the commanders, they have his number. I know the first person they will call is him. So once they call, he will tell the man he's already aware. The reason we are restricting it to him is to save your operation. We trust him. He cannot foil your operation. Then, then again, in Uselu Aziz to Ugbowo and environ. You see, this is not within your jurisdiction alone now. You have a jurisdiction you manage between Triangle Avenue Junction and Wasota. But in this case, we are adding more responsibility to it so that anybody moving into that Lagos axis for now to bypass. So our brother Ogafemi, the OC crack, should be contacted that please, I'm moving into so area for a sensitive operation. Then Ajakaye will help us to take care of Airport Road. Yes, yes, sir. So Ajakaye will help us to take care of Airport Road. While our brother Ubalama will help us to take care of Upper Ekenwa Road from Asoro down. He will help us to take care of that area. Then our brother Small Baba will help us to take care of. He's on his way, he called. He will help us to take care of from Tezame Junction to Ovia River. While Jonathan will help us to take care of Ovia River down to Ohosu, Okada environ. Then again, there's a little effect. You see, you're being a commander in your place, there might be a necessity for us to do some changes due to government interest. The government interest is utmost. The School of Health is a strategic point for us. I believe that you understand what I mean. Then again, the divisional headquarters at Dumes Road is also a strategic position for us. Therefore, our friend, our brother Commander Babado,
Where is he now? Is he here?
is here. Stand up. He will be helping us to take responsibility to support the divisional headquarters there. Then again, to help us place your eye watch, be in charge of School of Health. Because these are facilities, these are areas they can easily strike. So we will not take chance. Again, our brother Kingsley Omorogbe, that is the OPC governor. So you have been helping us to take care of Raman Park. Then Aunchi Road, Agbo Road, you will be saddled with that responsibility. This one we are saying we are going to display their numbers to all the commanders. Then our brother Kokoma, you will be helping us to take care of Saple Road, to bypass. You see. So you'll be helping us to take care of Sapele Road to bypass. I think as we continue to progress, we will also do. Okay, Aduwawa is part of. Then again, within that bypass, for now, Amufi Commander will second you. We are going to look at it critically because Aunchi Road and Agbo Road, they are areas that are very close. Then we have to look at it between both of them how to segment it so that it will be easier for us to coordinate. And for now, that is what we have. But within the metropolis here, the operational OC and its 2IC for now will still be in charge before we carefully segment that area. We are still waiting for you, sir, because
let me quickly comment on this.
okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. You have talked excessively. You have done what we expected from you. You have done well.
Thank you, sir.
You have done well. But I want to quickly say this. What do you want to say? Just hold on, please. Come and fix this thing well. I just hold it this way. It's all right. No, so that when I'm talking, I use all my hand and my body to talk. Yes. I want to quickly say something. I must commend the admin for doing the needful. I know he's going to do exactly what I asked him to do. I didn't make mistake when I recommended to be admin in this movement. I call it movement because nothing can stop us not to get to where we are going to. That's why I call it. So thank you very much for holding brief before I come. And I know I want to say sorry for coming a little bit late, but I was also on another official assignment. I was in the office this morning. Please handle one or two issues. There's also run down to this place. You see, we are given responsibility as a commander. Commander is not a title. I keep on saying this. It's a responsibility. It's not a title. Some of us see it's a title. It's not a title. It's expected that all commanders should have a beat. And your beat should be active 24 hours. That's what it means. All commanders should have a beat. And should be active. And if you say you're a commander, okay, raise a team for me to cover or do a job for me. Can you raise a beat? Can you do that for me? Raise a team. If you cannot raise a team in less than an hour, you're not a commander. That is the truth. I said, give me a team to execute a job. And you are telling me you are not free, you are busy. That means you're not a commander. I told somebody some time ago, he came to me to a government, I said, we are just talking, and I say he's the commander of the place, and you want to be the commander of the place, that he will be covering from heaven to the earth. And he's a very busy person. You understand me? As he's talking, he wants to be proud to me that I'm a businessman. That's a very busy person. I told him, my friend, point blank, you cannot be the commander. Right away, appoint somebody that will do the commander for you. Appoint the person now. You cannot do it. And if you are here and you say you're a commander and you don't know me, I don't know you, are not the commander. Let us deceive ourselves. If you are here, and you don't know me and I don't know you, even when you know me, I don't know you, you are not a commander. How can a DPO say no CP? And CP don't even know. You cannot look and say, what is your this is this person's name. There are some of us sitting here now. I don't know you. Do you know I don't know you? Because you're not active. I was surprised. Might be the same. That man, please, sorry, I'm not trying to bring you down. You, yes. Kokoma. I don't know Kokoma. And you say he's a commander covering where?
No, I said he is going to be helping us to take care of.
It is saying now helping and commander. Okay, new responsibility now.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
But in this environment, he has been active.
Fine.
It was a recommendation from his end. He was not even aware.
Fine. No,
everybody that comes to this.
No, at least, if you are a commander, you should be coming now. Let us be sincere. Don't mind me the way I'm talking, but I want us to know the truth. I want us to do this work, not politics. Let us not do politics with this work at all. No politics with us. I want us to be active. If you're not going to be available, tell us you cannot be available, you cannot do it. Appoint somebody by yourself, say this person can do better than me, let the person do the work for me. It's simple. You must not bear the title. Now that is they kill some of this country they go now. Some countries say they get leader and the leader, the country not stay stable. Because those who are taking leadership, they are not taking leadership by example, doing what is right. So please, I'm begging you people. And now you can say amen. We don't have much again, because most of the division are start requesting for amen, collecting amen from us. But it's a good one. That shows that you are doing your work. If division say, because I need 5 men, I need 10 men, that means you are doing your work. But that, my fear is this again. I was on talk with Oga for a very long time from last night. More than an hour talk. That we have box of name, but we are not seeing them. Some are ghost workers. Some of us, we know that some of the names we submitted, they are ghost workers. I know the number of people we have. The list I have. I know if you carry on. When I carry last time for my motor drop. The phone we submitted. But where are they to do work? And that's why he's complaining. That's why the DPO is complaining. Where are your men to work with me? Waterbury is complaining. No enough men to work with her. Nubini is complaining. Where are your boys? Uber is complaining. Where are your boys? All the divisions say they need our men to work with them, but we cannot even present them men. This waste management board said we should deploy some men for them to work. They wrote the letter is on my desk, government house. My office there. Who will submit a letter? We need men to work with them. We need our men to work with them. The letter is there. Who do we send there? Because we cannot see them. I'm going to hold this man responsible operation. Where are the men? We have box of names. Where are those people now? And the number of commanders we have, they are not even here. If you as a commander, you are not active, how can your followers be active? If as a commander, we cannot take simple instruction, we cannot even take advice, how can you govern people? How can you succeed? I give you advice, you don't take. And me give you, you don't take. They send brokers, you did not follow. That means the people that you are going to govern over, be a commander over, now let God know what they will do. That's the truth. I also observe something. If you are following that platform, somebody will drop a broadcast that everybody should come to the base. Something is happening. Please, I want you to the base right away now. And that person will not drop a different message. The message you receive will be very funny message. Somebody just come and General Big Mango covering from heaven to earth. Over. He have not responded to the last message. Tango Yankee. See prep. He have not done it. I'll just laugh. I don't look at it. I'll just laugh and I walk away. I look at that message and I walk away. I've seen so many like that. Some of us just drop message. When we say the charge of the waterway, who that one say the commander? OC, who appointed you as OC waterways? Who appoint you? Who appoint you? I want to ask a question. At which point are we supposed to use our arms? Some of us do not use our arm. Your arm is to protect you when doing operation. It's not to kill the person. It's only when your life is in danger. You need to defend yourself. Some of us think that our arms is to come here to shoot on this bird. After shooting on this bird, if you want to go to operation, say, okay, we're not going to take bad bullet too. But you just finish shooting the bullet you have into the air to kill bird that you will not even eat. It's even a sin to kill something that you don't want to use. And it's not hurting, it's not harming you. You just kill the bird like that. With your bullet that you bought thousands of naira. And after that you say, state government not even they try for another bad bullet for the one you have, how are you using it? How are you using it? Let us be sincere to ourselves. You don't lose your last bullet, you keep it. You keep it. Even when you are even in danger, you maneuver first to survive first before you even use that your last bullet. Please, if other question come, remember I should call, I will talk again. But for now, I will sit down.
Thank you, sir.
I will sit down. Please. Who is covering? Okay, you are not covering.
Good
morning. I know I've asked questions before, but they just make an introduction that this man that is sitting down here is the governor of OPC.
Yeah, I think.
So I'm very happy to see him today. I've been seeing him before, but I don't know.
Okay, you don't know in person.
Please, sir,
I want to beg you. You will help me. There are some boys in Uselu. They don't take instruction from me. Yes. For example, Yellow Man. Yellow Man. He said the other day we went there. So after arresting all those boys, he came on his own. He want to be releasing that. I said you can't do that. He said he's the OPC coordinator. Then I told him I'm the commander in charge of this area. You can't do that. So please, sir, please. They will go out there. They will go and block road on my behalf. I will not even know they are blocking road. So things like that. They need to. If they are doing it, they need to let me know. So I will take your number. So if anything like that come up anytime, we'll just call you immediately.
That might be sorry. Sit down. Sorry. I've used you to work, so I want you to rest. Sorry. We still don't understand. Some of us still don't understand this platform, this concept of this job. Some of us still don't understand it. The concept of this job, first, is to bring the existing groups who are interested in fighting crime in the state together to fight this fight collectively as one. The second, the primary one is to bring all the community together, whatever you belong to work under one umbrella. That is how it is. I want to join to appeal to you and to appeal to every one of us here that whenever you are, like for example, now you say you should cover Ikpobayi at that side to whatsoever. If you prevention, you come across anybody that's there, whether you are OPC, you are VGN, you are Crime VO, you are Holland, automatically they fall under you. All that social collapse. If any of them do not listen to you, arrest them. Disarm the person. We cannot have two camps inside a camp. Disarm the person. But however, if he see those boys behaving that way, arrest them and disarm them. If you cannot call, you cannot handle yourself, call us. Do you understand? Yes, sir. It's just like somebody came from, I don't know they brought the people from Kobai, you know Kobai, you know, Tejoshon.
Yes, Tejoshon.
He came here and said he want to take somebody we arrested. They should give it to him. Even when they call him, he was posing for me, he was posing as he want to fight me. And I asked, what is your name? He mentioned his name. I said, but do you know me? He said, don't know me. But he said, you are a commander. So we still have some funny people like that too. So we say they are police, special, anti-courtesan vigilante. If you call them, say, my friend, how are you? Another how are you, sir, they will not answer you. They will tell you they are not working with you. From now henceforth, we are not going to tolerate that too. We are not going to tolerate that. Because if we tolerate it, we are going to have problem. So we will not disguise that and continue to rob. They will be going and rob. In fact, all these crises we have in this state, community issue, they are all involved. You are surprised I'm saying this. You thought I'm not aware. Everything we do for this paper at the year. But I'll just ignore it as if I did not hear, because not everything what man see the talk. I'll just be as if nothing happened. You'll be surprised. I'll just tell you what happened in your location. I'll start telling you from here to here. I'll start mentioning. You'll be surprised. You think I'm not aware. Even the people that are within your own parlor, your bedroom, that are drank beer together, they are the first to call us in the office. This is what we are doing. This is what we just done. We don't need to spend money to know what is happening in your location, in your community. Please. Please don't call my line. Don't call my line and don't come to us. They arrest one of your boys working with you because they met you somewhere else. They met you around 1 a.m. at night. What are you doing in that place? Only you know. They meet you in the cartel. They meet you in Brotel. And you are saying because you have arrested you is a bad person, is a bad warrior. But what are you doing at that point in time? Are you on duty in that place? Who put you there? Only you one. You don't be somewhere else. And they will arrest you. Don't come and tell us they seize you and your boss. They don't arrest you, they drive your boss. You know, say anything they hustle. Don't say this word, that's the pure, they hustle. And you put on uniform. You cannot use this uniform and this cap to go and be walking. And so you start driving one way. If your boy drive one way and they arrest your boy, don't come to us. You are your own.
And if any of your boys should go recklessly and kill somebody, don't handle the case yourself, don't come. But if you go for operation, we'll go to operation together and you lead the operation, manage the situation, so that they will not put us into trouble. Enough is enough. Do we get the point? I think we were saying something before. What were we saying before? I said, okay, let me end that one now. I hope everybody understand that one now. Do you understand? And don't tell me. Nobody should come and tell me. Don't you know I belong to SSV? To me, it's not existing for now, for this platform. I think I was coming from somewhere. Somebody was on top of a bike, OPC person. I think there be two now. OPC. Two of them were on top of a bike. They drive rough. We say, why? What are you driving now? He said, you don't know, say I be OPC. And he went, now drove and go and block us. Parkway. And speak at Parkway. He said, I should Parkway. He said, in our OPC. Where me no say in our OPC? That should Parkway. My friend, you sit down your own. Eh? Let me tell you one thing. What I told that man that I said, that is how you oppress people in your community. You oppress them because you belong to one thing or the other. It is not good. That was my anger. Because he want to oppress me because I belong to OPC. Don't do that. If somebody report you that you just pass, you slap him. You slap person and person do not commit crime, we will arrest you. Your work is not to oppress. Your work is not to oppress anybody. Do you know how many times people have insulted me on the street? Since I started this work, they will insult me. Some will die rough. Some will misbehave. I'll just keep them quiet, because it's what you will do to the person that will start talking about, not what the person have done. Since the issue was not a serious issue, allow it to go. Let me quickly say this quickly in an hurry. This is not an umbrella to cover your atrocity in this society. This is not an umbrella for you to be doing community issue. This is not an umbrella for you to oppress anybody in the society. If you do that, the rod will fall on you. You'll be thinking that we are joking. We have been saying this. We have been saying it over and over. They say one day. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. One day will come that even the situation will not even save you. It is you that will expose yourself to gender. Don't come and hide there. Hide there. And you are cultist. And you are actively participating in the court activity. And you come here and hide. The day anybody will confess and say you are part of them who carry out that activity, you will be arrested and will be dealt with seriously. It's not going to happen. And some of us will take our video and send to them. Like what happened last time. They started threatening us and they said they want to kill me. That I supported a group over another group. And it's not true. If you do what is wrong, I will tell you. If you do what you said, I will praise you. But only tell them, please, I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this. I said that not because I'm afraid of them, but I want to make myself clear. Just to clear the hair. Not because I'm afraid. The following day, they came to my house. They started shooting guns around my house. And I kept quiet. The authorities are already aware of that. And I'm going to take next step against that. In the nearest future. And if you are here, you are still doing that. Do you know what I would describe you? You are a coward. This platform is not designed for that. If you can kill me, if you kill me today, 1 million one of people like me will say rise up to continue to fight the battle. That will not end the struggle. That will not end the struggle. Crime is crime. Crime is crime. Let us stop those rubbish. I call it rubbish because nobody who say I belong to this and belong to this and build one house and dash you say take. Now because I belong to this, I make a build this, I think I dash you. Now because I belong to this, I make a feel raise money to do this one. It never happened. I took the leadership of the campaign against cultism when I was in school. When Ekpoma was Ekpoma. And I came out. And nobody accused me that I was supporting this group over the other group. What do you think will stop me now not to continue to fight, to take the campaign to the four corners of Edo State? Nothing will stop me. No threat will stop me. No blackmailing will stop me. And nobody is bigger than government. After God, na government. I'm only just appealing to you. Whatever I meet with people, whether in a small group or in a larger group, I always say it. That is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. And that is the truth. That is not the way to go. You can never succeed like that. Some of us are still busy recruiting, quietly, privately, bringing them to us. A day will come. We'll do operation, not just your identity, head count. We're going to do head count, open clearance. Even to today, we only have few people who have sworn affidavit who said they are renounced their membership of any group. Only few. We're waiting for government to take their position. But by the time they take the position, maybe we'll work with only that few one. Other people should go home and continue to practice what you know best. Then we will do what the work we know best. I know some of us when we were in school, we joined this by ignorance, by intimidation. So I even joined because just one girlfriend, want to get that girlfriend. So for you to get that girlfriend, you have to go and join. When you have 1 million and 1 million of girls in Benin City. But this is the opportunity for you to say no. People call it Alauki. This is time for you to say Alauki. This is time for me to stop that rubbish. Let us move forward. Let progress. In my place, they said you cannot walk forward. Walk forward, you start kicking back again. You don't do that. Who is distracting? No, nobody should distract us, please. Audience, please. We are being distracted. Protocol, you are supposed to coordinate us. You are distracting us with your movement. Anybody that comes late, stay behind. That's how it should be now. Anybody that comes late, you should stay behind. You don't have to bring person forward. Are you celebrating late coming? Why did you bring man forward? Huh? Hey, you are distracting us. Oh. No, you're distracting us. Are you celebrating late coming? So I'm appealing to you one more time again. Please, that is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. Let us learn to do what is right. Because a day of reckoning will definitely come. A day will definitely come. I know none of you are happy that they are killing people in this Benin City. Those state is not the only state existing in this federation. But we are in the forefront of what is bad, negative. Please, let us stop this rubbish. Let us stop this rubbish. If you know anybody that is doing it, encourage the person to stop rubbish. Ask the person to stop that rubbish. The other time I'm also going to address on that, not today. Some of us here took some of our men and be used to create beats, be doing beats, and be collecting money without my notice, without my information. I called somebody to go and do work for me. Said he's covering a beat. And who said to the beat? I believe that is not the way to go. It's just like for your house, in your house. I believe most of us we are fathers now. We are family head. You ask your child to go and buy me paracetamol. The child will not tell you that one of the tenants in the house ask him to go and do something else, and will abandon your own. Without the tenant telling the owner of the house, or we say one of his son or one of his grandchildren ask him to go and do something, and he will abandon your own. It's not done. We call that in an operation like this a subordination. I know some of the problems some of us are facing here is because we don't have, we call it, my father used to call it, you don't have official character. Official character means, what do you say? It's not just orientation. It's not just home training. The what we call official character. Official character can only be gotten if you, that is why some company will say we need people with experience, who have had experience of working in an office before in an organization, who believe in following protocols. You don't be protocol, no matter how big you are, no matter how small you are, there's protocols that must be followed, that must be observed. And I know that is most of our problem. We don't know how to follow protocols. So therefore, it's not an excuse anyway, but I will pardon you. Learn from other people too, who learn to follow protocols. That's how it should be. This man do not have the right to jump here and there without the permission of the operation. And the permission do not have the right to do whatever is in mind without my permission. That is what we call protocol. I gave an example 2 days ago, or yesterday, sir. This man came to meet me in Macaulay. Said he wanted to go and do something somewhere before. But he cannot go like that without telling the operation. But he cannot even approach the operation like that. He need my permission to go and meet operation, to go to where he's going to. And I just laugh. You know that he cannot go there himself, but he know what he's doing. That is the right way to do something. You don't just jump and say you can do it yourself because you have pump action. The pump action can only pump you to problem. That's just the truth. That's the way to go. We should learn to do what is right. So I'm begging you guys. I'm saying these things over and over, not because I like talking, but I like us doing what is right, and that is the truth. Your mic is jumping from my hand. Let me give it to you. I know you are itching to stand up to talk.
No, I wanted to help you.
I know. That is why you are here. Operation is here. I'm not giving you to talk to.
No, yeah, say something.
You are supposed to be talking.
Very well.
Yes, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. A point of information, due to the contributions of our brother, even though they have always been up and down, as far as the communication is concerned, please, we want to give you more responsibility. I mean, Officer Ogidigbo, you are going to help us to monitor whatever arrest or case that come up on the platform. You just jot it down, the minute and the hour. So that will be your responsibility from now. Thank you. Then again, for the tag, after the meeting, you can get further clearance. Then for the tags, those that have not getting their tags, please, more tags are available immediately after the meeting, get it. Then to the commanders who have collected, please, we want to get the names of those who have shared the tags to, so that we can begin to put them on system and regularize the information alongside with the fund as required. Then again, some of you who are commanders, there is need for us to visit your area, and also you need to have a banner in your place where you use as a muster point or a secretariat to indicate to other security agencies and community members within that environment that something like this is happening here. Then few days ago we had an issue which my colleague reported almost twice occasion. Since 2 days we have been watching closely on how to handle that particular area, which is BIU, Ugiohuen Ugboazis. So as God will have it, we have been able to get somebody who is from that environment that can help us to assist. Then mop other members in addition to him, so that we can easily cope the cultism and other security challenges in that area. That is somebody of Roland Obano. Please stand up for identification. Then also is from Ugiohuen. Ugiohuen is BIU. There is a challenges in BIU. That is the 2 occasions.
You have men. How many do you have?
Stand up.
Come out your mask. Are they active? Yes. They are active.
So we are going to support him with some other men to first of all do the raking of that area to sanitize it. Then again, to all our VIPs who are the squadron leaders, please be up and doing, because at this period you are going to join us in monitoring all the commanders and areas of attention, so that we can always address the situation. Recognizing this person doesn't mean we are celebrating lateness. Kingsley Omozuwa, known as Boringate, is the man you have always been asking. I personally asked him to make sure he's in this meeting, who is in Okada. The man at Okada. Please stand up for recognition. Still stand up. The Kingsley has been an absolute a security man. Oga, stand up. Has been an absolute security man. I believe most of the stakeholders here can attest to what I am saying. Therefore, he is still there. He's still at Okada. A lot of issues arose recently at Okada. We have been trying to get the true position. Now that you are here, you will see the state coordinator before you leave, so that you take note of that. Then again, we want to reiterate, there are issues that have been arising from Ikobaha local government, where some vigilantes up to date. Specifically, we want to refer this to our brother, Commander Balogman, to take note. Vigilantes in your local government have always give the state a serious attention. In terms of community matters, those that are doing community work, a large number of reports is from your local government. Then again, those who are acting without the consent of the local government and at the state level are also from your local government. One Luxin, another Alaji, another guy. I think if I open my file, I will be able to see that. So please, these persons, see how best you ask them to desist. Above all, we have often seen the uniform of police anti-cultism involving in communal business. So for now, the responsibility is yours. We'll only give you some time to look into it, so that before the state finally get the opposition intact. So more also, we want to re-emphasize again, this exercise we are into is not meant for community job. You don't use it to fight your community against another. You don't use it to drag land, but you are in position to settle two communities if they give you ears. If they don't, allow them to be. You can report them to any other security agencies that this is a threat to security as far as that environment is concerned. You can alert us. Then we know other security or appropriate area to direct that matter to. Thank you very much.
Please, before the adjournment, let me quickly respond to what the Major said. Like I said, this joint vigilante network, I think we all are from different groups, which make it joint. The one you are referring to, they are not from my group, and I don't believe they are from this place either. Like the Amaosa, I've seen it once or twice when they formed the Ikobaha local government vigilante. We are all there together, but we screened him out because we now discover that he's still operating with cult activities. So we screen him out. Then the anti-cultism, special anti-cultism squad or whatever, that one I think Dauda is in best position to explain that. Because like we, the vigilante group of Nigeria, we have our forms. We have our ID card. You fill your form, we screen you before we can issue you an ID card. The issue when everybody now become a vigilante, I think we need to address that issue. Because most of the vigilante does not have a form. They are not duly registered. And if we are saying, let us screen this joint, those state joint security network, I think we better start screening. The earlier the better. Because most of the community now, they are all buying polo, buying this, buying that, and say they are all these things. Whenever they have problem, at Ikobaha, nobody should call me because I'm not aware and they are not working with me.
Let me respond to your questions or your response. But however, thank you for your response. I appreciate that. I also love the way you said one or two persons will screen away from it, and it make my work easier for me. That's the truth. It make it easier for me. Let me tell you people that are sitting here, for what he said, from his response, show that he does not tolerate rubbish. He does not condone or cover for what is bad. I must thank you for that. That is what he just told us now clearly. I must thank you for that. If anybody is operating wherever we are and it's not clear to you, you have the responsibility to arrest the person. It is only we that we can checkmate ourselves. People will not come and checkmate us. Okay. If I allow police to come and checkmate us, you are going to give us problem. If anybody around you is misbehaving, hand over the person to us, and we will hand over to the authority ourselves. What he has just done now, he has handed over that people to us, that we should hand over to the authority. We are going to do a formal letter to that. We are going to formally handle such issue, formally, officially. You also mentioned that people are starting wearing polo, different name, and they are not fully registered, and they are not trained. It's also a concern to us. But however, you know this program, this State Joint Community Security Network, the program is basically for the community, how the community should work in synergy to bring security to the doorstep of everybody in their community. We encourage every community to come up with a structure, even streets to come up with a structure. I think that is one of the reasons why other group comes up. Even when the title comes up too, those who are taking the leadership should not be so concerned about pretty polo, pretty cap, pretty ID card for them, when you don't even know their intention. Some of us even know their intention to do what is wrong, but we still recruit them. Personally, I was conscious some time ago about this, and I stopped in totality. And I stopped. If you recruit an armed robber and you give it to us, the day the person will be confessed, we will pick you, we will pick the person who will pick you too. But sometimes we may do something by ignorance. And we will know that one. We will know what is ignorance. After from, let me say 1 month back, when we mentioned this thing, I think 1 month ago. A month ago. After a month ago, from that date, come here. We ask the person, when did you start? And he said about 2 weeks ago. And the person come here, we hold the person who you. Anybody you know in your community, that the community will not give him the leadership position in the community, why bring him in here? Anybody you know in your community cannot be trusted, why bring the person here? Anybody you know in your community that cannot, is not trustworthy, why bring the person here? Anybody you know in your community or in that community that nobody will be happy to see him or her around people, why bring the person? Anybody in your community that you ask him to come here cannot be bold enough to come here to associate with people, why bring the person? Why bring the person? Let us be honest to ourselves. Somebody that cannot be trustworthy, somebody that you yourself cannot even trust the person with just simple something, why bring the person? I don't understand. Somebody who cannot even swear a oath of not belonging to any group, why bring the person? So we have to be very careful so that we will not put ourselves into mess. That's just the truth. One more time, I want to thank you for coming. I also want to thank people who came late. Some of us are becoming habitual latecomer. No problem. Maybe in time we will repent. Maybe in time I'm not come for us to repent, but I know in the near future we will repent. It's not a good way. It's not a good one that you are known for being late. As a security man, you're not supposed to be a latecomer. I know all of us, we are busy people. We are busy. Some of us do school run for coming. But it shouldn't happen all the time. We should be known for late coming all the time. We should be known for late coming for you consume up to 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours all the time. I just go address these people. No, I may not go make most mistake. Now you go address those people, please. Before they will compound issue for us. So we shouldn't be. Want to see me? Thank you. So who will hold the brief for me? Come and hold the brief. No. So what
let me thank the coordinator for his enthusiasm in handling the affairs of this organization. However, for those commanders who deliberately refuse to attend this meeting, please protocol take note. For those commanders who deliberately refuse to attend this function, take note. So it's a deliberate attempt, except those on conviction. Once more, we want to thank you for your coming, and we hope to invite you soonest to another round of meeting. But however, there's something new a community did. You see this whole file? It represents the Yogi community. What they did on their own, they created this file and run it with their affidavits. So something like this is a beautiful one. So we want you, those who have not submitted their own, do it like this, so that it will be a very good one for safekeeping. Modify your own to this level. So we thank you very much for coming, and we wish you success back to your various destinations. Finally, somebody should lead us with a closing prayer. I think, Chief, a report. Immediately after the meeting, you just let us know. Okay, just briefly, just say it. Just say it.
I met one vigilante guy yesterday. He told me that the commander who is under came with some weapon flogging in presence of his wife. I asked him what happened. Why did they flog you? He said, Kobok, and I saw him to on his face.
So what you do, you bring him.
I just want to
It's okay, sir. Ask that man to come down so that we do the follow-up. Thank you, sir. So can you give us a closing prayer, sir?
All right. Let us pray. Eternal Father, we thank you for all that you have done and for what you are yet to do. Give us, O God, wisdom and understanding to fulfill all that we have promised in the name of Jesus Christ. That there be peace in this land. Thank you, Abba Father, for in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Abba wa tokpe.
So those of our major stakeholders, please stay back, because you have...
Abeg, help us share this video. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Edo State. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.